Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks like you know what time it is. It is midnight here once again, and you are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing good tonight. I almost thought I didn't start on time. I was like not paying attention. I was like mind in another zone. A lot has happened today and the rest of the week. But we'll get into that. But before we get into that, if you want to watch this, happen live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltalurk Original, all one word. But also, in that, you can watch this bits in the chat. You can interact in the chat. You can change how it goes, and you can watch the after show, and you can watch it happen live, unedited, all that other stuff. Fuck, it's hot in this room. It's up here for 2 weeks on Twitch for 2 weeks, but once it's gone, it's gone. But every single edited episode is on YouTube and on Spotify. And on Spotify, it's only up to from episode 100 and onward, which I honestly don't think I'm going to change because no. But after that, but also on there, I have the radio show, which is just basically a prequel series when I used to do this as a radio show. And that's clean, absolutely clean. Well, I mean, the rare few times that it did, there was a curse on air, but you know, you can really only get away with that too many times, and I didn't. It's like rare as hell. And all those come out at the 5th anniversary of each episode. So once it's out there, it's kind of like a retrospective, just like talking about how things have changed, and it has all the songs on it. I think as it's added, I have to check how it is, but as the songs are added onto the playlist, that's how you play it with the episode. If you choose to do it that way, you don't have to, but that's the songs that is playing per the episode or to that effect. But yeah. Okay, now that's all done. And, oh yeah, I also on my YouTube channel, I just posted my review for, it was last week? It was last week. Was it last week? Was it 2 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. But I posted the review for like the spring flavor just in time. That I can't believe I made that an 8-minute video. I made that an 8-minute video, you know, to beat the YouTube algorithm, and I don't care. But honestly, I'm not going to say that I haven't done anything yet, but there's another video, 2 of them, coming. But when that's out, you'll know. If you're watching this as it is, but yeah. I mean, if you know, you know. It's the Summer Freeze and the Walmart new exclusive flavor, which I'm kind of excited for. It's the dragon fruit. I think it's just dragon fruit. Like, okay. But also, it's like, if I'm thinking correctly, it's probably similar to the Brisk dragon fruit flavor passion dragon fruit flavor that they had at Taco Bell, like in like 2021, 22. It was like 2020s, like early 2020s. That was decent. Like, that was good. Like, honestly, it made me sometimes want to, when I was at Taco Bell, not get Baja Blast and instead get the Brisk. But Yeah. I think even the one of the flavors that they have now, I think the exclusive flavor that they have there, some to that, is actually pretty good too. Uh, Squirting for summer freeze, honestly, valid. Valid. Thank you, Lovey Berry, for such insightful commentary. I love it. And I love you because that's my girlfriend. Anyways, some things have happened over the past week. Since literally the day that I made the last episode, I mean, the last episode was to talk about stories about my grandparents and stuff like that. My grandma that I was talking about at the end there, she did pass away that day. I'm not super sad about it. We knew it was coming, and more or less I was just waiting for the call, and I wasn't surprised when it came. Like, not to say anything mean, it's like I wasn't surprised that it came, because it was at 1:30 p.m. I feel like it was about the same time that I got it from my grandpa as well, back in 2020. I'm not certain that is correct, but like, time wise, I think it was about the same time. I'd have to go back. I have to go way back and check my phone logs, which is probably correct, but like, I feel like that was the case. I could be completely wrong. I don't even know if it has it on my phone that far back. I'd be surprised if it did. But yeah. Jeez. Anyways, it was a sad. It was sad to see her go. And oh, I gotta tell a story that I meant to tell last time, but I'll get to that in a second. But she's in a better place now, and she wasn't. Again, as I said last episode, I think for the past, since her husband passed away 5 years ago, she wasn't really all there. I think she lost a big part of her when he passed, and and now that she has passed, I think she's back with her family. She's back with her husband. She's back with all the other people that she has came and watched go, and it's good. And she grew up in a family. She had six sisters. So they were called the Big Seven. And the Big Seven lasted 120 years. From the first one being born to my grandma just passing away last week, they lasted about 120 years, roughly. That's crazy, like, insane. Yeah, it's cool. It's real cool, actually. But also, she had like about, I want to say, I can't remember exactly offhand, like about 5 to 7 brothers as well. So like, big family. Like, back in those times, like, yeah, that made sense. Now, not so much, but back then, especially where they were, and they were on a farm and doing stuff, it kind of made sense for them to have a big family. And yeah, they're all gone. It's crazy to see a whole generation like that not here anymore. But that's life. That's how it is. From dust we rise and dust we will return. Or is ash, something to that. Yeah. And it rained a lot that day. Oh my god. I was like wipers were going crazy on my car. But it was nice. We had family over, or like we had a bunch of family at there, and yeah, it was real nice. And they got the her like senior living, assisted living place cleared out. And we have we're going through a bunch of her stuff, like checking things out and seeing all the family history there. So that's all cool. It's cool to see that. But Speaking of family history, so my grandpa, you know, my grandma's husband, uh, so he had many jobs. He was a working man, but he was very good with tools and stuff like that. So one of his jobs, he was a mechanic, like auto mechanic, and you know he's like long retired at this point, and well, I think he was already going through chemo. Like I was a junior or senior in high school, and he was already going through chemo, and he lost a shit ton of weight. Like he was probably like maybe 260. Like that's a real rough guess, but he went from like 260 to like half that basically, because of chemo, or like 140 or what I'm at like now, like 150. I can't remember exactly. Before going into hospice, but that's besides the point. So he was a mechanic, and one of the tricks that he would do to like make sure like a tire was on was take like the tire, like the bolt thing was on, take like the thing that you would screw it in, and what he would do is jump on it. He would jump on it because it was stable enough that it would stay there, but he would jump on it to tighten it. And we had my other uncle who was like fixing my Ford Taurus, which is my first car, and we had to get like a tire off because it got flat, and he was really struggling to get it off, and it was one bolt, and he was like, God damn, he's like, I can't get this off. Why the hell is it on this tight? And then we're like, oh, that's the same tire that he fixed. And he's like, I got to get my, mechanical wrench to get it off of there. And even with it, he was struggling. It's just so funny because like I'm imagining my grandpa who's like he was not weighing a whole lot at this point, or when he was doing it, like probably 130 soaking wet, like 140 soaking wet with like heavy clothes on. And I'm just imagining him, because what he would do is like have his hands onto the car, and he would, to like keep position, and he'd jump on that like wrench to like spin it. I'm just imagining him doing that. It's just so fucking funny. There's just like 100-pound guys causing this Titan bolt to like not come loose. Like I was thinking about that like the other week, and I'm just laughing my head off. It was just like how even. But yeah. Today, a lot of stuff happened today, though. So last week, me and my coworkers got very freaking lucky. I'll do that when I get to the magic stuff, but I'll explain this now when we get to the magic stuff. So there were some magic things where there's this thing called Secret Lair where you can buy like this set of cards that are like exclusive. They're limited print. It has a bunch of cards. It has alternate art. It's super cool. This one was Final Fantasy themed, or like they had a couple of them for Final Fantasy themed with the set for the Final Fantasy, but they're different than the set because it's a Secret Lair. So and what they do now is a limited print. So you got to get them while they're hot, basically, which helps with not really supply and demand, but the scarcity. And of course, because it's cards and stuff like that and a collectible, scalpers are everywhere, and they want to make it a living nightmare. So they exploit the system so they can basically scam people out of a shit ton of money. I don't like it, and I don't think a lot of people like it either. Other people like it either. It's stupid. I hate it, and whatever. But me and my coworkers, when the day that these dropped, we had 3 phones going. One was mine, and then one of my coworkers handling 2 phones, which was like him and his buddies. And the minute that they went live, like boom, 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 like we had to put in cart, go to thing, like instantly ready to go. We get in the line, the queue, and we're there for about, and keep in mind, all 3 phones, for what it's worth, let's just say they all went in like within 5 seconds at the exact same time. Exact same time. We got in line. All 3 of us got in the exact same time. Whatever. One of us got super freaking lucky in line and was like almost an hour ahead of the other 2 phones that we had going for this. We got super lucky and we were able to get our orders in. So we're just like, fuck it, we're going to just put all of our orders into this one and call it good. And that's what we did. And we just got them today. And I opened them up earlier with my friends on stream. Cryo Me a River at twitch.tv, Cryo Me a River. So that was fun. And I'll show some of the pulls in the like secret like slot, because you get the listed cards, but then you get a final card that's like a mystery thing, you don't know what it is. But some of them are it can be something super expensive, or it can be just utter bullshit. And I got a surprise for when we get there. But that's like one of the things that happened today. Another thing was like, I was playing today. Like, we haven't played for a long time, but man, it was some fun games. I played 3 new decks that like I had finished like a couple weeks ago, and I just wanted to play, and it was so fun. I won 2 of the 3 games, but the third one I was like competitive as well, and it just proves that I just made some good decks. And it was fun to play with the guys again. With Kyle at Cryo Me a River, KRYLEA_river. All one thing, but capitalize each like letter of each word, technically. And then Outsider FM, or Cam, at twitch.tv/Outsider FM. And then capitalize the L in Outsider, and FM is capitalized, and then underscore at the end, unless he changes it. But that was fun. I had fun games. Yeah. And also I got back, like, it took me freaking long enough. I've worked at my current job for almost 3 years. And I finally got to the gym. Got to, like, they have a fitness center, which is like, has a lot of stuff. Like, it has a swimming pool, basketball court, a bunch of like ellipticals and stuff like that, workout stuff, and has like a sauna too. I should probably use that one day. Like ice hockey rinks, rock climbing, like the whole 9 yards. Like a bowling alley that doesn't really get oiled that much, but I'm not gonna complain. But I finally got into start working out again. And honestly, I'm a little sore, but like, I can still, like, if I were to, like, hey, if I was asked to work or do something, I can do it. Just a little sore, but it's fine. But yeah, it was a good workout. Very good workout. I just did like an overall body thing. I think I really just did arms and legs. Realistically. But I think, as I get further into start working out more and more, I'll get into more focused workouts and stuff like that. But yeah, it was nice. It was nice to get back in and start getting on my fitness journey and things like that. Oh yeah, I was going to get my like hearing checked, because we had like a car with like hearing stuff, but I wasn't able to get the hearing test because I have earwax in my ears. Even though I clean them, I still had earwax in my ears. even though I had cleaned them, even today, I made sure that they were clean, or, I tried my best to clean them. So I didn't do it, which sucked, but the hearing test only goes up to 8K, and technically your hearing goes up to 20, like human hearing goes up to 20K. But like, I was like, damn. But I have to get my ears cleaned apparently, and I should get more physicals and also like check my health insurance and do a hearing test, because I should get a hearing test. Not because like I don't think I do okay, but like it's good to know. It's very good to know. Even though I'm 26. It's good. It's still good to know. In case if I have any hearing loss, which would be terrible. I know one of my coworkers, when I started working at the place I work at now, well, another guy was like, or he was plugging in some audio gear, and unknowingly, one of my other coworkers tried turning on like the PA system, and it blasted the guy that was like working on like the, setting it up, and he got super pissed because he was trying to get into one of the armed forces or whatever, and he has to do a hearing test, and that probably could have damaged his hearing. Luckily, it didn't, but still, he was super pissed, and rightfully so, because like he really could have gotten his like hearing absolutely fucked. But and he was a very good audio engineer. Like, he was only audio, but like he was very good at it, and he knew like the system, like a lot of the systems extremely well, yada yada yada. But yeah, we also got like a new person at work, which is crazy, so that's fun. But like they don't start till later in the month, like the end of the month, because like I think they're working like shows and like plays and stuff, which makes sense, until like the end of the month. So yeah. Oh my god, this fucking room is a hot box. We don't have the AC on right now, and I have the window closed because I don't want the sound to leak out, and have the door shut, so I have no airflow except for the fan. I am sweating. Or not, like, I'm not super bad under my pits, but I'm like, it may not look like I'm sweating that bad, but I am like cooking. Oh, I think the worst area that I'm sweating in is like under my, like, not my kneecaps, but like my knee pits. They're just like fucking soaked. And it, like, oh my god, like I have to. Oh, it's so gross too. It's like, ugh. Like it doesn't smell like an armpit, but like, oh, it's just so nasty. Ugh. I hate it. And like, I can't put on pants because that won't help. And there's no solution to it, so it sucks. But what are you gonna do? Oh, but man, it was a nice day today. Got a lot done. Did a lot of stuff. Had fun. So I can't complain. Very good day today. Very good day. What did I do yesterday? Oh, what did we? Oh yeah, yesterday I was hanging out with my girlfriend and Lovey, and we were like watching a video, and in typical fashion, I fucking fell asleep for like an hour. Like I must have been tired. I mean, like I've had that happen, but like I was just like, one moment I was awake, next I was zonked. I was like passed the fuck out. Like what was, like, it was a Smosh game. It was like they were playing like a moose rule thing. I can't remember, but it was all Chosen. I love the Chosen. That's a funny ass character. Oh man, like probably the best character that they do. Like, not gonna lie, hands down, that is the best character that they currently have and do. Like, it's even funnier when like everyone tries to do it, but all fall down to Shane, even though he's trying to parody Spencer Agnew, like one of his coworkers. So it's funny as shit when they're both doing it, but it's even funnier when everyone else tries to do it, but they fucking suck at it. It's hilarious though when they do that. It's like, yeah. And for context, for those that don't really know, it's like a kind of like a weeboo guy, but like they think they're Neo. That's kind of the vibe. But it's like, oh, Wolfgang. It's real funny. Yeah. It's like they're kind of like a weeboo person, but they're like, it's all about the pack. But they also think they're Neo, so they're untouchable and unkillable. So it's like kind of that vibe. Oh man. Though I love those when they do sketches and bits with it. Yeah. What did we get for dinner? I can't remember. It was, what the hell did we get? Shit. Excuse me. What did we go get? I honestly don't remember. I like know we got food. What the hell did we get? Like, I'm actually trying to remember what we had for dinner last night. Oh, Subway. So, Subway. Here's the thing about Subway. Here's the thing about all the other, you got your Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's, that's where you get, for me, this is what I do with my sandwiches. So for Jersey Mike's, you go there for your hot ones, like your Phillies, your hot ones, and the Mike's Way. Mike's Way. You have Mike. You have me do take care of your sandwich. It's gonna be very good. I tell you what. You let me have my way with it. It's gonna be good. Jimmy John's is good if you want cold cuts and fast shit and like lettuce bread. That's crazy. And then Subway is for freaking it. Like, you just order the most horrific motherfucking thing. You might think it's gross, but it's like savory and good. And what I do, my order for like the longest time was a meatball sub with pepperoni, pepper jack cheese, throw it in the oven because it has to be toasted. It has to be toasted. And then do onions, jalapenos, and then 2 sauces. One is typically like the spice, like a sriracha mayo, something like that. I can't remember what they usually have. And then honey mustard. But what I did this time was hot honey, which fucking, I'm going to be honest, was not hot. And probably with the Baja Chipotle sauce, which is just the Chipotle mayo, whatever it was before. Damn, that shit is like, it's sloppy, like completely sloppy because it's a meatball marinara. But that shit is so good. So good. It's not like incredibly spicy, but goddamn, it's so good. I love it. I love it to bits. It's a sloppy mess that looks like shit, but man, is that thing good. And I've been ordering that kind of thing for years. Years. On God. That thing leaks. So I gotta eat that thing fast. I don't think luckily I wasn't wearing a white shirt because, dude, I'd be panicking. Christ almighty. You know what? Let's get into the magic shit because, like, I don't know. Let's make this a little bit bigger. And yeah, we're going to use my little porter, and I'm going to make sure that chat's not in here. Sorry, chat. So, what I was alluding to earlier is like the secret card that you get at the very end of the secret layer. They do this for everything. But for this one, it was like special because it's whatever. So, I got like I got four of them. I got four of them. I got a repeat of the Grimoire, which is just like it has a bunch of good value stuff that I was like, oh, this is sick. And then I got Game Over and Foil, and then which has like a bunch of like kill spells, basically black and red spells that are good in the game. And then the weapons, which has like swords and hammers and stuff like that. And they're all like pretty decent, good value, just hands down. This was a good like secret layer drops, but scalpers and stuff like that made it suck. But the secret card at the end on two of them, I got this card, Anima, which is just a alt version of Grief, and I got Magus Sisters, which is just Endurance. But let's look at Grief. Let's look at Grief real quick, because I tell you what. I have to go to TCG Player because it's the only place. I have a thing against TCG Player recently because they tried to, like, there's still a boycott. I can explain, but basically the thing is that TCG Player was like, hey, we're not going to support unions for this, and it's not good. I hate it. So, Endurance, the second card I showed, market price right now, $894. Yeah, $894. What's the other one? Grief? Grief. Market price is about 174. 174. But for the listings that it shows, $425 on average. Yeah. I got the two most expensive cards from that I could get from that. I don't know. Man. Oh wait, no, it wasn't that. How did I find? But if I go into like secret layers and stuff like that. God damn it. I did it wrong. If I go to Endurance. Actually, I can go like this way. If we go boop. There was a way that I could do it that showed like all the secret layer card singles or something like that. High to low. So I'm not going to count the Sword of Plowshares because it's serialized and numbered. But the highest, most expensive secret layer cards that you can get as of right now, you have the foil version of Snapcaster Mage, which is Hatsune Miku, which rightfully so. Mana Vault from the Fallout Rainbow Foil from the Fallout drops. And then Endurance that I just pulled. I'm freaking out, man. And if I go a little bit lower, Grief is there too. Yeah. So I really pulled some good shit today. That's why I'm like, man, I'm just living it right now. Oh wait, I was gonna go open up a couple more packs because like I'm feeling the high of this. I should probably keep that tab open. I'm feeling the high of opening packs, so I'm gonna open up 2 more packs today. I'm gonna open up 2 packs today, not 3, because I already opened up 1 the other day, and I'm like, man, and it was a good pack too. It was a very good pack. So it sucks that I didn't get to open it on stream, but what can you do? All right, first pack. We got Sage's Whatever, a Weapons Vendor, Haste Magic, this thing, these guys, Town Greeter, Hill Gigas, Monk Fist, Shantoto, Ultros, Dragoon Lance, Garland. Ooh, Clive. Ooh, yes. Yes, that's actually really good. That's a good mono red commander right there. And then Judge, Magister's Gabbrinth in foil. I should probably read Clive because it's a mythic. When Clive enters, you may discard your hand, then draw cards equal to your devotion to red. Each red mana pip is your devotion. And then you can pay 4 red and red, and you can exile Clive, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control, only as a sorcery. And then becomes Ifrit, Warden of Inferno. First thing, the saga thing, it fights up to 1 target other creature. And then 2 and 3 are Brimstone. You add 4 red mana. If it has 3 or more lore counters on it, exile it, then return it to the battlefield. Which is whatever. Wait, no, if it has 3 more counters, you just add red mana. Like what? What the fuck? Oh, because it doesn't want you to exploit more than 3. I don't know how you get more. You can't really. I can see how you could maybe double it, but like you really can't. Whatever. But that's a very good pull. That's a very good pull. And I feel this one too is also going to be a good one. Don't ask me why I know or how I know. I just know. Because like this, like the whole layer the whole 3 whatever layer of cards that I got this from is actually sick as hell. So this one, second one, some Chocobo, item shopkeep, Marlboro Blacks, even red technically, Bard's Bow, Rook Turret, Laughing Mad, White Auracite, the Prisma Vista, Evil Reawakened, Renona, Side quest catch a fish. Man, I am DTF. I am down to fish. I tell you what. Ooh, Starting Town. That's a good card. That's a $20 card right there. Sleep Magic and then Foil Land. So yeah, two good packs right there. Actually, I'm curious on how much Clive is, but like not enough to really care. And plus, we've already looked at more Magic stuff than we need to today. That I've had a very good day. Pulling over $1,000 in Magic cards, and then yeah, and then all this stuff, and also with like my grandpa passing, my coworkers, we always like make cards for someone's birthday or someone in their family passes. But I can't believe I didn't see the card that my coworkers made for me. It was just like, it was right in front of my face the entire time. I just did not look. And I was blind as shit to it too. So I was like, when they gave it to me, I'm like, how'd you guys even hide this? They're like, yeah, I just had it on one of them was like, yeah, I just had it on the desk. What? So you're telling me I could have seen it the entire time? It was right there. Super obvious. But I didn't. Not that I would have looked for it intentionally, but like, how the fuck did I miss it? It's like one of those things like last place you look, but like, not really. It's like, huh? But no, it was very sweet of them. I like the stuff that they said in it. And that really shows how much, the gang cares, even though it's a little bit, sometimes, we butt heads and stuff like that. It shows that we are a good team. We look out for each other when it's the good times and the bad times. And that's why I like work. That's why I love my job. That's why I love it. We have shit days now and then, but that's all right. That's all right. We get through it. Man. Some days are intense. Some days are slow as shit. But we're a family. And I love that. I am sweaty in this room. I still remember when I was like when I was in wrestling. I don't know why this brings it up. Like one of the worst things I had to do in wrestling was lose weight, and like if I quit wrestling when I was a junior, like a sophomore in high school, after my sophomore year in high school, just to focus on music. And like I love wrestling. I love wrestling. I loved my time doing it. I knew my role. I wasn't like the most successful wrestler, but I could handle my own against like state champions. Like I can like I'm not gonna win, but like I can at least handle myself. And if like I was in the right weight class, I probably could have gotten to state pretty easy if I knew what I was doing. But like there's like a slight there's a sliver of weights. If I knew where I am, like if I made that weight, I could make it easy. But if I didn't, I would just have killers I've been facing my entire career. And of course, ours is like the district that we were in was like incredibly tough. Like some of the guys that were in there were like, contenders for state champions. So it's like no fucking way that I was gonna make it. Like if I was gonna make it to state in some of those weights, I would have to literally be the champion. So yeah. I love wrestling, and the only thing I hated about it, the one thing I hated about it the most, was losing weight. And the thing that sucked even more for me, I was very tight on my losing weight. It stressed me the fuck out and honestly hurt my life. It hurt me a lot because, let's take my last year of wrestling, for example. We weighed in at the beginning of the year and we got like a physical from like one of our doctors that was also a coach and saying, here's what we weigh now. Here's the minimum that we can get to, like weight class wise. And I was weighing like 126, like 126, 128, 132 or something like that. I can't remember. And the lowest weight that I could get to was 120. And guess most of the time what weight I had to go to? 120. So I would start out the week at like, say, like on a Monday, I'd start out about 130. I'd have to lose 10 pounds in about 3 or 4 days. Not easy. Especially later in the season when like I'm used to the conditioning that I'm doing. So it's incredibly tough. And like I had to watch what I was eating, be very cautious of how much I take. I don't want to pass out in class, They're doing stupid methods that are completely unsanitary. And honestly, the fact that we were doing them is inhumane. Like cutting up underwear, shaving our heads, spitting in water bottles. I think that's some like that's just like some of the tame things or crazy things that we do. Like I think that's like some of the main thing. Like chew gum was a good one. Chew gum was honestly probably a good one because like it would burn calories but also get the spit out. So like you would do that in tandem. So that was one thing. Yeah, it was not fun. And then like I remember like coming home even after wrestling practice, like going downstairs in in a sauna suit on a bike for about 3 or 4 hours a night and just bawling my eyes out like a day or two before a meet, 5-6 pounds up, like bawling my eyes out, like crying that I'm not going to make weight. And it's a horrible feeling. And whenever someone's like, oh, you don't know, things like, bulimic and stuff like that, those eating conditions, stuff like that. Like, I don't know the exact pain, some people go through in that sense, like eating food and then immediately, throwing it up. Like, I haven't gone through exactly that, but I know that pain. I know that pain all too well. And if someone ever calls me on that, I am going to beat their ass. I don't care if they're a victim of it because I have gone through that. Like, I've gone through that. Not, I don't think I wouldn't say that I had an eating disorder, but I kind of did because of wrestling. Just because of what I had to do for it. But I just remember the one meet that it was like a very close meet too. And I just remember this meet, and it was like an iconic meet because like some other unrelated thing that happened. I just lost to like I lost 2 or 3 easy matches that I should have won. And I'm like, I lost a lot of my, spirit in wrestling. And I remember afterwards, me and my dad went to the bowling alley to get some food. And it's like I had like a burger, and it's like the first time in a while that I had like something to eat. And he sat me down and was like, well, you got to make a decision. Whether you want to continue in wrestling or you go head on into sports. And he was kind of leaning me more into music and stuff like that, because like with wrestling in sports like that, for college, it's kind of hard to get scholarships unless if you're, a natural star that's just killing opponents and you're going to state back-to-back times with your hands tied behind your back. And we really only had like maybe 1 or 2 people that were that good. And even then, like the one that I know was like not joking of those qualities was like a bench guy for like a good portion of his college career, even though he was like, in D1. But it wasn't in like, oh, the premier D1, but like still in D1. It's crazy. Like there was no way I was going to get like a full ride scholarship or any of that. And plus like the college that I went to, no offense, wrestling team sucked. if I'm sorry, or at least during the time that I was there, they sucked. No offense to any of the guys that were on the team though, but like, what can you do? Like even like, I hated the Cobbers, but like shit, I would root for them to beat them. I hate them. I hate them freaking Cobbers, but like it's like on site. But if it's that, I'm like, okay, yep, go ahead. Like I remember for like a recent event that we had, one of the kids says like, yeah, I'm going to this university to do wrestling. I'm like, I would kill you because you can just go across the street and it'd be better for you, but you are doing it for wrestling, so I'll let it slide. Like no joke, I mean like I'd let it slide because our team sucked. At least when I was there, it could have gotten better. I don't know. It was also during COVID, and wrestling was like, I don't know how they would have done with COVID. Like you already have skin diseases like running rampant all the time. Like, oh god, that was the worst thing too. That was another thing too. Like ringworm was a huge thing. It's like ringworm isn't too crazy dangerous, not that I know of, but like it happens all the fucking time, and there's no way to get around it. Like you'd have at least a week or so where like damn near everyone on the team would have it. Like almost everyone would have it. Like, and that's even like cleaning the mats and everyone showering with the right stuff, the stuff that would like help be antibacterial because it's a bacterial infection. You still have people get it. It's so dumb. It was so stupid. But yeah. But I think, yeah, ringworm or the skin stuff and weight loss was the 2 things I hated the most about wrestling. But like my last match of my career was a pin. And honestly, cool. Wasn't the way that I wanted to go out because some of the moves that I was doing in the match, like they weren't me. But the pin I feel like was definitely something that I would have definitely done. Because it was like a cradle. but like it was from a leg ride, so it that was my style. Totally. Yeah. Man, and like I was probably the only one doing leg riding, which is a technique when you're on top, you just put your legs in between your opponents that's on the bottom, and basically you use your weight and your hips to basically keep them on their ground on the ground and not able to get up. That's essentially the tactic, and then you do some moves from there to tire them out and pin them. I was the only one to do it in my time. Like I almost never saw anyone do it. Never. Maybe like one of my other wrestling partners would do it, but I was the only one that would consistently do it in matches. Cut to when I was watching a wrestling meet. One of my team, my high school's wrestling teams meets last year, or technically this year, but last season. Almost all of them are doing it. Just like the weird change. It's like, and most of them weren't doing it well. I'm going to be honest. Most of them were not doing it well. But like the ones that were doing it, it's like, it brings a tear to my eye. It's like, damn. I would be damn. Like, I could show these kids a thing or two of how to do it correctly, but I think me that would have continued on with wrestling would be happy with that. That now everyone's doing it. And it's more, not every team is doing it, but like, damn. And it's not like an instant first period win, but you tire a guy out for a period or two, and all of a sudden they can't do anything. Bam, they're done. They're screwed. And that's how you win. And that's how my dad did it when he was in wrestling, or his team. That's a whole can of worms that I do not want to get into right now. But that was his coach's mentality, is to tire a guy out and then in the third period pin him, so that way the next time you face him, say in an actual match that matters, they'd be scared and they'd be easier to beat, basically. But that was the way that they did it, and that was, I think, kind of the way that I was doing it, if I'm going to be completely honest. And that's the way how leg riding works. Man. But I'm glad that I did the route that I did, because there was a lot of things, a whole lot of things, that if I wasn't doing the things that I did after I quit, sports in high school, I wouldn't be where I am today. And I honestly don't know where I would be if I did continue it. I have no idea. Zero clue. But I think I made the right choice in the end of the day. And I know my girlfriend in college, I know she had to some extent do the exact same thing. More in college, but also not really. But she didn't really have to make that huge of a choice, because she was decent. She played softball, and she wasn't the best pitcher, but she was a solid pitcher, and she was she could throw a shit ton of games and still have a good arm, or halfway decent arm. And I don't think anyone in that division has thrown as many, during her time, no other pitcher has thrown that many games or that many innings, or even batters to say, but yeah. But she's a cop now. It's funny to think that my ex is a cop in Texas, which it kind of makes sense why, because I remember when we were living together in our apartment, we were watching what was it, fucking The Rookie with Nathan Fillion, and she loves Nathan Fillion's work. Like, I think I don't know if she's watched Firefly, but like a lot of like the shows that he was in, like she loves those shows. I think she is a fan of Firefly. I should ask. But that was one that was always on. And that show was like, honestly, that show was good. I love that show. Like, I haven't watched it in a long time, but yeah, I like that show. And I'm not that kind of guy that like really watches like cops shows, you know, like CSI, Law and Order. I'm not really one for that, but I don't know what it is about that show, but like I like it. I like it a lot. It's just kind of funny, and she was into like those kinds of shows, but it's funny now to see that yeah, she's a cop. It's like, what? We were in the same program. Huh? Weird career change. But yeah. Oh, I still need it. Nothing. Oh man. But lots of highs and lows today. High and low. Little high, little ho, little hey, little ho. Like, what's it from Stuart Little? Rhyming Stuart Little with Stuart Little. Hobo Johnson. Yeah. I should also change clothes because this is the same stuff that I was doing when I was lifting. But I was also like not sweating extremely hard. I'm probably sweating more now than I was at the gym. If I'm being honest, if I'm being frank, hi, I'm Frank. If I'm being honest though, like, if I don't think that I am, but like it really does feel like I'm sweating more right now than I was at the gym. It's not cool. Oh God. Ugh, yuck. Oh. Ew. Ugh. Like, I'm sticking to my seat. It's not good. I think I feel like I do want to get some guests on here soon. It's been a long time though. But we'll see. We'll see. We're getting close to the end of the show. That's why I'm like kind of like I don't really know what else to talk about. But yeah, I kind of want to get some guests on here because it's been a while. It's been a long while since we had a guest on here. And honestly, I probably could have gotten one on here tonight, but like, no planning. But yeah, real fun day. Real fun night too. But like, seriously, $1,000 between these two cards, fucking insane. The fact that we got so lucky to even get the things that they came from, even more insane. And even the cards that I got from the packs today, what? Those are definitely value too. Yeah. So let's get to the end of the show. So if you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/Meltalurk Original. That's all one word. Where if you watch this live, you can watch it unedited, all that stuff. But also if you miss it here, you can also watch it for up to 2 weeks. But you can also interact in the chat and change how the show goes. But also you can watch the after show, which is just basically me editing this down and like getting it ready to go. Oh, thank God I had the recording going. A quick little antic about that one. Like, I almost didn't start the recording. I realized it was like 11:59. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't start recording. I was like mind in a different place. So at least I got it done. What else? The edited episodes are on YouTube and Spotify. Spotify's from episode 100 and onward, but YouTube has every single episode on there since the beginning. Yeah. Real cool. But also Spotify. The thing about Spotify though is that you can listen to the radio show, which I used to do when I was back in college, which it has like a playlist and just like a retrospective for each episode since it's been like 5 years since I did the show, or at least each episode. So when they come out, Uh, like my YouTube channel's been doing stuff. Yeah. Uh, more videos are definitely coming soon. I don't know if I want to make a separate channel for like some other stuff, but like we'll see. Honestly, like if I were to make some more magic stuff, I think I honestly should make a separate channel, but like I don't know. I think that's probably the easiest thing if I were to do. I'd probably make a separate Magic channel, Magic the Gathering channel. But yeah, what else? I think that's about it. Oh wait, nope. That's not it. Thank you to Grains for the use of song used to put off of the album The Call. Grains, I think, just did like an Instagram live where they're practicing. They're doing 2 shows on the 27th and 28th. I don't know where. I didn't see the information. I think they kind of don't know. No offense. But yeah, they're playing more shows. Which, like, I'm probably going to show up to one of them. I think the other one, if I can, I might try to go to Weird Al. If I can. Because, man, I love Weird Al. And apparently his set list for whatever the tour he's on now, freaking amazing. Like, oh my god. Like, worth it. Absolutely. But, yar. I think that's about it. Thank you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. As I look at the time right now, it is not midnight here. However, it is midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye.